Doing some spring cleanup, even though it's not quite spring yet. Kind of get anxious this time of year. So yesterday I raked the pine needles and all the crud out of this area, and I thinned these lilac bushes out a little bit. They're still pretty thick. And I cut out all this, I don't know what this stuff's called, but there was a bunch of it and I cut a bunch out. I might cut that one out again too, because it really takes over and it's kind of stickery. There's the pile of stuff I got out of this garden. So now I'm cleaning up the gravel around the greenhouse a little bit. So these were the Lolo perennials that were over there, and I moved them last summer because I felt like they would be better over here. So I just cut them down. It's hard to tell there's a plant there, but I cut down all of the stuff that was the dead stuff that was growth from last summer, and that'll allow them to grow new stuff this summer. So I'm raking all this now. And I put a table inside the greenhouse. I thought that might be fun in the spring to sit in there a little bit. That's the table that goes on the deck in the summertime. And I've got a heater in there too that I'm gonna experiment with, seeing how much it runs if I try to just keep it from freezing inside the greenhouse at night. Very, very exciting. Now I'm just coming in to check out the temperature of the greenhouse now that the sun's on it. It's really warming up in here. I know it's warmer in here than it is in my house. Wow. The thermometer for it is in the house, so I can't tell what the temperature is. I hit my head on my wind chime. Making some progress. I've got the gravel raked around the greenhouse and all around the house. Got these little garden areas cleaned out. Still have that area over there. I've been working around the pond now. I've got to redo my stream this spring because that one's leaking, so I've got to lay down new liner, so I'm gonna have to pull all the rock out, and just the rock in the little stream back there. But that'll be a few days project, I imagine. So I'm gonna go eat, I think, in my greenhouse, and then I'm gonna go start working on the garden in the front. I want to get it clean before things start coming up again. So here I am sitting in my greenhouse, getting ready to eat leftover pizza from last night. Oh, it's so nice and warm in here, and the sun's shining through. It'll be way too much in the summertime, but man, it's nice now. Gotta tell you, kind of can put you to sleep just sitting in that warm greenhouse. But man, what a great thing to have in the late winter, early spring. Yes, sirree. Okay, I'm done with most of the front yard. This is the pond from up above. That's the riverbed I need to take all the rock out and reline. So I'm raking all this now, Getting all the pine needles from the last year raked up. So this is the side of the house basically. Okay, I got this area done. I'm gonna have to do something with all there's like this tall barley grass stuff that grows out there in the summer that I don't really want there. So I'm gonna have to figure out some way to get rid of it. Now I'm gonna rake the lawn and this area, and then I think I'll be done for the day. Actually pretty much done with everything except a side garden in the front. Getting there, but it's fun. Okay, all done. The piles have to be picked up and taken away, but I probably won't do that till spring break or possibly even later. Here's the small one from my vegetable gardens. And then I've got two up here. A small one there. This is a pretty good sized one. And I'll just park the pickup and trailer down there. There's some more. And load it all up. And then through the backyard. There's one. Actually, I still have to rake this area, but I probably won't do that till I load, because I load back here. There's my old Christmas tree. And then there is this pile and that pile. I think I can get it all in one load. I usually do, although I think I'm going to do some tree trimming as well. Maybe cut some of the lower gunk out of that juniper and remove some other branches in other places. But it's all done, all clean and ready to start planting and just letting things start growing. However, it's too early to plant still. Although look at this. My tulips are starting to come up, which is earlier than I expected. I've got quite a few of them around the greenhouse and some in the front, and actually I've got another bag of them I never got around to planting, and it's warm enough. I might plant them now and see if they will still work, even though you're supposed to plant them in the fall. Well, happy gardening.